Hi there guys, KQ here, ThrottleGirl, and this is this week's Cruiser Customizing Tip of the Week. I'm here with Kyle, and what do we got going on?
Well, today we're going to be talking about driving lights and the importance of driving lights. So on the Sportster we have over here, we have just a single headlight bulb. Now driving down the road, legitimately you're going to be punching a hole through the darkness about this big. Do you really want more than that? Safety is probably the most important reason to install driving lights on your motorcycle.
It makes all the difference in the world. Like you just said, it's either tunnel vision or you want to see what's out there. There's animals, there's turns, there's all kinds of stuff. And you want to be seen. We know that as riders. So the more visibility that we have to be able to see the road, as well as the people that are coming towards us to see us.
The number one common statement after a motorcycle accident is
I couldn't see.
Like, oh my gosh, dude, so the driver of the car runs up, I didn't see you. Well, either you didn't look or you didn't see, but visibility is key. I mean, Harley-Davidson did a really good job on this motorcycle here. As you can see, they took the turn signals, and instead of keeping them squished into the forks, they brought them up to the bars and spread them out a little bit. That helps a lot with the visibility. But as you're going to see, when we're done with this bike, the footprint of this bike, the force that it comes at you with, will be dramatically different after these driving lights are installed. So
we know we want to be seen and we want to see. Now we want the looks as well on the bike, but how do we go about doing it? And then the big, creepy, scary word, electrical.
So with this set of driving lights, they're actually extremely easy to install. Once you install the clamp to the fork, the light to the clamp, there's only one wire.
Just one.
This wire can be T-tapped into any of your existing switched 12-volt wires, and then the lights will come on when you turn the key on, they'll go off when you turn the key off. It's pretty much that simple. Now what I would recommend with any light or light bar installation is the use of a universal wiring harness. So this here is the Kuryakyn universal wire harness. Now there's several different options. There's handlebar mounted. This switch here you can conceal just about anywhere you want to. It provides you not only a switch source, so you can choose if you want the lights on or off. It also provides a relay and a fuse. This attaches positive and negative to your battery, and then this red wire on KQ's end attaches to your 12-volt switched source. This allows these lights to not be on when your key's not on. And then you've got ground and your hot wires. Now when it comes to tools for this job, we've got a socket that will legitimately allow us to attach the light itself to the clamp, and then an Allen key, which will allow us to fasten the two pieces of the clamp to the fork tube. Well, now we're going to get to it, showing you how the clamp-on driving light kit from Kuryakyn installs on a Harley-Davidson Sportster.
Now the first thing we have to do is remove the seat and actually get to the juice, get to the battery. In exposing the battery, we need to loosen it up. The battery is exposed where we can get to both the positive and the negative. But now we want to make this pretty. So when we run the wiring, we want to run it underneath the tank so it's not only protected, but it doesn't look like a junk show. So I'm going to loosen the tank and make it make some room for those wires. From here we're ready to go. We've got our positive and negative end. We run our wiring.
So what we're doing here is we're taking a look at the wiring underneath the tank, and we found a wire that runs 12 volts when the key is in the on position. What we're going to do now is we're going to T-tap this wire so we can use that for our switch source.
For those of you that aren't familiar with these little bad boys, this is what we call a T-tap. Kyle and I found juice, about 12 volts of that coming through this wire, and what we need to do now is we put this around the wire, isolate it, pinch it down, and then take needle nose and really pinch it down again. Now that we have switch power, we're going to tuck up all these wires and get to installing the lights.
The beauty of this clamp-on kit is the fact that it can fit numerous forks. Whether you have a 39mm or a 41mm, these clamps will fit. And why is that, KQ?
That's because we have these nifty little fitters, basically. What you're going to do is you're going to put it around the fork tube, and then the clamp itself from the light actually fits in and will take up any remaining space.
So you're going to want to make sure you run these as high up as possible here to the triple tray. Make sure your suspension has all of its proper clearance so you're not going to dent a fender or anything. And then how do the lights attach to the clamp? So here we have the clamp and the light. The wire runs down through the top of the clamp. You then slide the bolt through. Now this washer here is domed. This allows you to have your adjustment. And then you attach your nut. Now I'm just going to put this on here finger tight until we get this set up on the motorcycle so we can do the final adjustment. So what you're going to notice here is the clamp that goes to the inside has a thicker top and a thinner bottom. So you're going to set that in place over your aluminum spacer.
The space taker ever.
The adjustment on these lights is great. As you can see, you can position them just about anywhere you want them. Now it's time to run our wires back under the tank.
Okay, so we've got everything hooked up. We ran the wires, zip tied them down, made them look great. The next thing we do is we put the connectors on the end, and it's time to actually plug them in to the lights and see if they work. And look at that.
Good job on that wiring, KQ. Now that we have the lights installed, wired up, ready to go, we need to make sure that we angle these appropriately. Now the best way to do this is to go in front of a wall or a garage, and then you're going to adjust these so they're not blinding people, but you get the proper amount of light where you want it on the road.
I know for myself, when I ride, I kind of like mine down and a little bit out. That way it lights up more of the road and I can see what's on the side. So depending on what you like, you have the ability to adjust these bad boys.
Thank you. We've just successfully installed the clamp-on driving lights from Kuryakyn. What did you think about the installation?
I think it was quick, it was painless, and really easy. Don't be afraid of the electrical.
Now we talked about the footprint earlier, so go ahead and hit the key, KQ. So this is the footprint that we had before we started. Now with the addition of these driving lights, in the daytime, this is the effect that you're going to get. People are really going to see you coming.
And so there you have it. We are ready to light up that road with the Kuryakyn Clamp-On Lighting Kit.
Thank you for watching this week's Cruiser Customizing Tip of the Week. Until next week, take care.
And ride safe.